Where there's a will, there's a way. I did it. I really didn't think I was going to be able to sustain this. I didn't think I was going to be able to just keep my sanity, to be honest, but I made it. No more days ending at 7:30 p.m. anymore. That's it. It's a wrap. School is out. Everyone's available anytime, every day, basically, with the exception of a few days off here and there that obviously people want to have for different things as they come up during summer vacation, or if they're really sick or something, which is exactly why last year my strategy was to have at least two people, whether it's two part-timers, one full-time, one part-time, whatever it is, at least have two physical employees in addition to myself. So this way, if someone needs a day off, I can just schedule the other one as long as it's in advance. And even if for some reason they get really sick and they thought they can come in and they just can't, and they call out, I can get the other person to try and cover their shift. Obviously last minute, that's not a guarantee, but it gives me that option. If you just have one person and you put all your eggs in one basket, because all I really need is one person, right? One full-time person working full-time hours anyway. That's all I really need to get all the work done with me in addition to myself. So two-man crew, but that means it's all or nothing. That one person cannot call out for any reason, no matter how sick they are, and they're not allowed to have a day off ever during the 8-month mowing season. So basically they have no life. They have to work around Mother Nature, around the weather. They have to work around my schedule and the business needs, and etc. I mean, they can't even guarantee having every weekend off, because there's plenty of times that we'll have to work on a Saturday to get caught up. So that just seems unfair, unreasonable. Yeah, I know that's the nature of the beast, right? That's the business. That's just how it goes. But I don't accept status quo. I don't accept what is just the nature of the beast. I've made a separate business of challenging the status quo and doing things that are most people deem aren't possible or don't try. I always like to challenge the norm and see what else can be done. And I refuse to give up. I refuse to believe that this is just the way it is. I'm still going to continue to keep growing my business, my staff. I'm not trying to be some big crazy business. I just want a couple of crews, nice sustainable size business for me to manage without having to do all the work myself. But obviously that takes good people, and it all starts here, and you start working your way up. So I'm going to keep putting ads out there, keep looking for people, switching different things up so that I can continue to keep the pool open of good staff, just like you should do with your clients, with your accounts, so that, when people sell their house and move away, or things happen financially and they can't afford it, or their son gets old enough to mow their lawn as their responsibility, their chore, then you can easily have enough replacements, because you're constantly keeping the flow of new clients coming in. You don't shut the door, you don't turn that faucet off. The same thing has to go for employees. So now we're going to be working basically 9 to 3, 9 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday. Obviously that's in a perfect world with no rain and all that kind of stuff, but with the workload and the amount of accounts, I'm up to 57 mowing accounts. My goal was 65. This is the next phase of the season, the summertime, where you have a lot of people going on vacations and so on. You can really, I really pick up and convert a lot of 1 or 2 time cuts to cover vacations to new clients. You're in the neighborhood and your client's neighbor, sees you and stops you or calls you or emails you and says, hey, we're going on vacation. You do a great job taking care of my neighbor. Can you take care of our yard while we're gone for a couple weeks or whatever? And it's easy for me to convert those into weekly clients. That's normally what I'm able to do every year. So I'm usually able to pick up a few more regular accounts this time of year. So it just doesn't stop. And you still have people moving into the area all the time, just like people are moving out of the area all the time. So I could still get up to 65 before the end of this season, but I'm still happy with what I have. 57's good. I like even numbers, so 60 would be a better number to end with if I don't get up to 65. So that's plenty of workload in addition to the 23 or 24 fertilization and weed control accounts that I do by myself. So I'll do those after we're done mowing, drop the guys off, and then I'll go take care of whatever properties need to be treated, whatever time of the year that is, it needs to be done. Like right now we're coming up on spraying the weeds, so I'll be doing that. So again, in a perfect world, without tons of rain every day or every other day, things are looking good. The schedule's 9 to 3 or 9 to 4, depending on how much we have on that route. Some days are a little later than others. So I'm looking forward to it. So like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I definitely, like I said, I'm surprised and didn't think I was going to make it this far, but I didn't have any choice, right? I had to make it. I said that I wasn't going to quit. I'm still not going to quit. I just had to make it through. I said that in a previous video, one of the things that I did to help ease this process so that I could make it this long in the current situation that I'm in with the staffing and, you know, working from 9 a.m. to 7:30 p.m., just mowing lawns all day, 5 days a week or whatever, or 4 days a week actually at the time. One of the major things was to stop doing any of the landscaping stuff. I still had 4 mulch jobs kind of lingering over my head, you know, about a month ago, and it was just too much. I was too stressed out. It was just one big thing on top of my shoulders. So I referred that work out to a local business that I've gotten to know a little bit over the last year or so, and you know they took care of that, or are taking care of that, so I don't have to worry about that. So one less major thing off my plate. Another thing that I haven't mentioned yet publicly that I did was I've had a 4-day work schedule for a variety of reasons. One was to have a makeup time to get caught up for all these rain days, in the event that you know, if we get rained out in the middle of a day or a whole day in the middle of the week or sometime in the week, we can just get caught up by the end of the day on Friday, so we don't have to always resort to working every Saturday because it rains, you know, during the week. I mean, I feel this way, and I can only imagine my staff, you know, would feel the same. My employees would feel the same way, that like, oh gosh, it's raining again. That means there goes my Saturday plans. You know what I mean? Like, that's just gives a lot of unnecessary anxiety and stress, and just not a job you would look forward to having. So try to build that in to the structure so that I can, you know, have that prepared so that we can still get everything done in a Monday through Friday work week. In addition to that, any extracurricular stuff, like at the time, landscaping jobs like mulch, trimming shrubs and all that, and all my fertilization and weed control, I was just going to do all that on Friday or whatever day was available based on that 4-day mowing schedule. But because of the way the availability was of the employees that I have at the time while they were in school and everything, it was just putting a lot of workload on me. I was having to get 6 or 7 yards done in the 6 hours before I picked them up, and then the rest, you know, another 8 or whatever after I picked them up. So that was, you know, really adding to my stress too. So I just decided to spread it out to 5 days instead of 4. This way I could actually not have to mow very many, if any, lawns in the first half of the day. This allowed me to be more responsive to all the inquiries for more quotes for mowing and fertilization and weed control, as well as following up on any customer service issues, all the administrative stuff that gets bigger and bigger the more accounts you have. When you get up to 57 accounts, it's a lot of different people that you have to follow up with, make sure everything's all being scheduled properly. But most importantly, the most critical thing is that gave me some time for myself. You know, I spend time with my family on the weekends, and when I get home, you know, at 8 o'clock at night or whatever, before they go to bed, eat my leftover dinner with them, or by myself while they're taking showers or getting ready for bed. But then I can still go upstairs, touch base with everyone, you know, talk about their day and all that, tuck them in, and still have that interaction every day. But during the day, while my kids are both in school, my wife is at work. That's basically free time for me to use however needed. If I'm using all of that for work, or if I'm using some of that for play for myself, so that I can either go to the gym, go for a run, go for a mountain bike ride, which I truly love. Those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know that my passion, one of my passions, is mountain biking, and it's been getting harder and harder in recent years with everything I have going on, with all the growth in my life and my companies, to find time, and the weather, mind you, because when it's raining, you can't go riding around on all the trails because it's just a muddy mess and you just tear up the trails, and it's not nearly as fun either. So all those things combined have made it very difficult for me to go mountain bike riding, and it's something that really stresses me out over time. Like it's like my release. It's like people that love running, if they can't get their run in that day, it kind of messes up their whole flow. So it's the same thing with me in mountain bike riding. I mean, I don't go mountain bike riding every day. I would love to, but just, every now and again. I mean, I would love to just go once a week, would be a phenomenal goal. But at this point, I would just like to go, once a month or a few times a year. And I went a whole year without even going once. So that really added to my stress also, that I had no time to do anything. I could barely spend time with my family, couldn't do anything for myself, and was just working nonstop. Changing that was a huge relief, in addition to taking some of the workload off in the landscaping services, but also giving myself time to do things for myself. Editing YouTube videos, which I really enjoy, interacting with you guys, sharing my story, hearing your story, reading your story, just this whole community, and engaging and being a part of something bigger and connecting with like-minded people has been a tremendous part of my life, a tremendous gift that I don't take for granted. So I always still want to keep communicating and putting content out there for you guys, because hopefully I can reach new people that I haven't ever met before or don't even know who I am, and we can connect. So that's why I keep trying to put content out. So with that new schedule, 5 days instead of 4 days of mowing, it means there's less yards to do per day now, and I can basically get them all done in the 4 hours with the guys when I pick them up. And that gives me the whole morning/afternoon, good 6 hours to, like I said, do some administrative things, work on some YouTube content, as well as going for mountain bike rides. So I've done all of those things in the last month. Those of you that have been following me know, because I've been putting out some more videos. But you don't know if I went mountain bike riding, but I'm telling you I went mountain bike riding, and I've been able to just stay a little more organized and kind of get a hold of all the administrative stuff and communicating with my customers better and all that kind of more consistently, actually. So all of that has helped relieve my stress as well, which definitely contributed to me being able to make it this far to this point. I knew that once summer came, no matter what, whether I found another employee that was available during the day or not, I knew that things were going to change by the time summer came, because the employees I have now were going to be available during the day as soon as school's out. So I did it. I made it. Whatever you're struggling through, find a way to keep moving forward. There's always an answer out there somewhere. Just sometimes it's really hard to find or to see because you're so bombarded with everything going on. Hopefully videos like this help, and any other outlets out there that you have, and any other people that you follow, books, motivational videos, all that kind of stuff, music, whatever it is to get you through, podcasts and so on. That's what I do when I have to really grind it out. So I hope you guys are having a good start to your summer. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and remember to always keep trying new things and be a rookie for life. Peace.